What's going on, everyone? So today I got a fun story for you guys. Look at these little guys ripping. See? Legalize that, right? Anyway, so I got a fun story for you guys today, and it's actually a story on how I almost got killed. So it was not my fault, believe it or not. It was the other person's fault. So what happened was, I was on my very first motorcycle, which was a 2015 Harley Iron 883 in candy silver or silver flake. It was a really cool looking bike, but it was small and it was slow and it didn't get very far range to the tank. So I totally sold it for the V-Rod, and then the V-Rod for the Ultra, and then the Ultra for the Lowrider S. But anyway, I was on this very twisty road here in Austin, and I was riding in the middle, kind of like this, and there's a turn actually very similar to this, but it was a blind turn. Picture trees there, and something told me to, you know, go to the outside. Don't, you know, just a weird thing. It was just like, hey, ride the white line. And it was on a Saturday, and it was a Saturday where there was Cars and Coffees. And for those who don't know what that is, it's basically where people can, it's a car show that people bring their nice cars to. You know, you get everything from Ferraris to Lamborghinis to souped up Hondas and, you know, the Mustang Camaros, Corvettes. You know, everybody's there. And this particular car show was at the end of the twisty road, so people would hang out at the car show, and then they go rip up the road, and then the road basically dumped onto a feeder road that kind of looped you back around. So it was a really nice, like, good loop. So anyway, so I rode it from the I was going towards the show, and I was just hanging out, and something told me, you know, ride the white line, ride on the outside of the line. And well, that's not good. So I'm riding on the outside of the line, and I look around the turn, and you can kind of see like halfway through it. Alright, so anyway, so something told me, you know, ride the outside white line, and I was kind of hugging the line like this, and I'm looking through the turn, and all of a sudden I see this Porsche. It was probably like a GT3 or a GT2, and it's like glued to the road, and this thing just whips around the corner like it was on rails. No problem. Like I was probably doing like 80. He's just whoop, right around the turn. I was like, holy crap, that's awesome. But behind him was a guy in a Porsche 9442 or 944 or 942. I don't know, I'll put a picture of it. And he was not glued to the road. He was very much fighting that car to get around the turn. And I guess since he said it had Porsche in it, that it could keep up with its big brother, and it did not. So what happened was, the guy was going around the turn, and say this white line is the dirt, he clipped his outside tires, which therefore caused him to like kick up, and he got sideways in the turn. He was going about 60, and I was all the way out on the line like this, and he came by, and he just like raced the corner, and like I felt the exhaust on my leg, and he just slid right on by. He didn't touch me, didn't hit me, and I look at my rear view, and he regained control and kept it on the road, because on one side it's cliff, and on the other side it's, you know, hillside, so there's really no safe place to crash. And that was very eye-opening, because the weirdest thing was, like I said 3 times now, something told me in the stratosphere, it's like, hug the white line. And I don't know if you guys ever experienced something like that before, where they just say, you know, you hear something or feel something that tells you to do one thing, and you do it, and it turns out to work out. Well, that's exactly what happened to me. So there I was, just trying to not die on my motorcycle, and almost got killed, but therefore ended up living. So anyway, that's my story.